Welcome back to the Cowboy Data Science channel. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. It's in the mid to late afternoon here in central Ohio. I'm getting ready to run a report for the U.S. Check the numbers for today. Okay, you can see here deaths. You can see here, this is the average number of deaths, the mean number of deaths from February 28th of this year up until January or September 22nd. So we're averaging only 813 deaths per day. And we currently have averaging 27,920 cases a day, which gives us does this actually work? Let's see. Let's try 8 divided by. That's 2.9% death rate. Okay, so let's plot the daily cases. You can see the U.S. is spiking back up here a little bit, which isn't necessarily a good thing. This is a 14-day moving average. You see the moving average as well as the daily numbers are beginning to spike up a little bit. So that's not a good thing. On the plus side, deaths are remaining kind of flat between this 500 and 1,000 range over here. Average again from here to here. Let me say 813 deaths between here and here. We're averaging 813 deaths per day. This looks like a continuing little bit of decline, a little bit of spike there, but there still seems to be a downward trend here in deaths, plus a little drop down there. Let's take a look at the weekly numbers. First, let's take a look at a close-up of the current spike, which began in June. So you can see the cases are moving back up a little bit, but still staying well below this here. Deaths, you can see, are still, despite the spikes, are still overall trending downwards. So that's good news. Weekly numbers. There's a good chance that we may resume this downward trend this week. Okay, we shall see. Because we had a little spike last week, following a long decline in cases. We had a long decline in cases here, followed by a little movement up last week. Remains to be seen what this is going to do. We can certainly hope and pray that this week's numbers will stay below last week's numbers. Monthly. Now, of course, here's the trouble. we there's different number of days per month. 30. So this is 30, 31, 30, 31, 31, and 28. So that's why you would want to use an average, some type of daily or weekly average to get the numbers. But you know what? My guess is that one more day here isn't going to make that much difference. I think we're still going to finish below the total for last month's. Of course, there's only 1 day difference between these two. Deaths, again, 1 day's difference. We have a good chance of not breaking August numbers as far as deaths for the month, even with the one less day. Okay, so that takes care of the U.S. for today. And look, I'll just go ahead and run this report from the top and update it to the trending up here in cases, a little bit of a trend down in deaths, which is we had a huge spike here, right? Yet the deaths remain low. Okay, good. Current spike, low S fitted curve, showing an uptrend for cases and a continuing downtrend for deaths. So the overall trend, as you can see from here, is still considered to be a downward trend because it's fallen below uh, this line here. Yes, you can see the spike was here, and we're still, even with the spike here, we're still below the spike here. So that means these deaths should be considered trending downward. Once again, monthly cases and monthly deaths. Thanks so much for joining me on this U.S. report. I'll catch you later on this evening.